tracks, or SP. In a small yard area in front of the station, a 1959 built GP20 is busy moving a few cars around. A GP20 heads eastbound with a short local on an embankment leading to the Niles Tower you can see in the distance. Here's a look at the tower looking toward the station. From the other side of the tower we'll see a westbound work train led by a 1955 built GP9. The tower was burned down by vandals in the 1980s. Beyond the tower was a Y that connected the San Jose branch to the main line. Far below the Milpitas Ford factory that produced a great deal of business for the WP, we'll ride a local on an Alco switcher to the end of the line. This is a bridge before crossing Keys Street. After paralleling modern-day Center Road, the tracks turn away to the right. Today, all that is left is dirt where the tracks went, a few bike and hike trails, and a few remaining railroad crossing marks left on pavement on a few of the side streets. Up ahead we cross an SP industrial track and then the double track SP lines. We run through some industrial alleys and then slew across Sunnell and West Carlos streets to pass by a grain supply business that reminds us that this was all outside of the populated area of San Jose long ago. We come to the end of the line where the WP had a small yard for LCL freight, complete with a freight station and overhead hoist. This ends at Park Avenue. Nothing remains here other than some bare dirt patches. This is in walking distance of the Amtrak and Caltrain station in San Jose. Back to the WP main line at Niles Junction, we will cross the SP line and head to Stockton through Niles Canyon. The WP line shares the canyon with another SP track and Niles Canyon Road. Suddenly, the scenery promised in the travel brochures is delivered. This is especially true in the springtime here. The train passes by an old brick factory that today only has a few tall smokestacks to mark its presence. This factory was built before the WP laid tracks through here. The structure above the tunnel portal is called the Secret Sidewalk by some locals today, and they have fun debating its purpose. Tunnel 1 is 4,321 feet in length. We have a slow order here today to protect track workers. Tunnel 2 is 407 feet in length. Above the portal, the date shows 1909. Off to our left on the other side of the Pleasanton-Sunnel Road, the SP tracks bring a westbound freight, and a WP siding brings a waiting westbound freight. This is around milepost 43. The power now crosses the Arroyo del Valle with a large high school in view. This is the same crossing from the Dome car. This is in Pleasanton. Up ahead is the Altamont Pass, and we'll pick up a westbound freight powered by a pair of GP20s and follow them downhill west back to the North Greenville Road. This is North Greenville Road that is crossed by the track. Back at the bridge crossing over Altamont Pass Road, a brown hoist wrecker crosses and recrosses the high trestle. This trestle crosses over the SP track and the Altamont Pass Road. The SP track has since been removed. This westbound California Zephyr has traveled about 2,480 miles from Chicago. If it's on time, it's about 2 in the afternoon. The journey should be over by 3:10 p.m. in Oakland. When we left the station at Niles, we were at 67 feet above sea level. The Altamont Pass is a brief climb to 750 feet at the summit. By the time we reach milepost 82 at Nile Garden, we will have dropped back down to 20 feet above sea level. This eastbound freight has an ABA set of F units climbing up to the summit. The old SP track is in the foreground. By 1966, the GP40s brought 3,000 horsepower per unit. Two GP40s and a trailing F unit can make short work of the less than 1% grades over Altamont Pass. The trailing caboose was also a 1969 purchase. It was one of 5 from International Car Company.